When I'm thinking about building out strategic marketing partnerships and strategic channel partnerships within my business, partnering externally, what does the planning process look like in order to choosing the right potential partners? And what do you think is the best way to start courting and having the right discussions so that you get the accurate partnerships that you want at the end of the day? So that the results are exactly what you want, to getting the right partnerships and then ultimately to creating a ton of mutual value together. So what's the planning process look like, the courting process, and how do you make sure that you have the right aligned initiatives so you get the right results together?
So there's a few questions there. So let me try to address one by one. First of all, unless there's the concept of value creation, there's no such thing as a partnership. So if you start identifying potential partnerships or what you think will be a partnership based on the benefit that company would bring to your business without thinking first of the benefit that you will bring to their business, you're on the wrong path. So value creation, number one. Number two, quite simplistic, but what's the objective of your partner marketing activity, right? Is the objective to create a marketplace that will allow you to tap into a set of customers that you cannot tap into otherwise? In our case, yes, hence I'm mentioning it. Is the objective be related to a brand that will bring brand equity from a PR perspective? That's very valid as well, but economics and the commercials very likely look quite different. Or is the objective to create a marketplace that you're going to go and monetize? And I'm saying that, like in our case, we have partnerships. We call our hotels our partners and airlines our partners. But then you have, partner marketing, which are companies, which is what I did for many years, in which we would have a partnership with an airline in a different context, which is the airline might want to have our hotel content for them to sell it in order to enhance their value proposition, or a telco that is interested in our loyalty program in order to provide travel benefits into their customers. So I mentioned value creation. Secondly, not only what is the potential business value, but what is the complexity on delivering to that partnership. I've seen many situations where when you go and scope out the business opportunity, it looks fantastic. And if there's a average job or not perfect, it's not only about average, it has to be perfect. Due diligence on what are going to be the technical requirements in order to deliver to that partnership. Oh man, you can get into this, 12-month, 18-month, 24-month projects in which just the cost of delivering completely offsets any business value that partnership was going to bring.
Do you have any suggestions on how much due diligence to do before you actually have the conversation with the potential partner, or how deep to get into it with the potential partner before you go have internal discussions with your technical teams? Like where's that balance?
Yeah, I would say starting with basic research about the company, it's important, but there's no need, in my experience, unless you're thinking of an M&A opportunity, to go, incredibly deep. You're going to learn a lot more by talking to people than what can you find, publicly available. So obviously get, enough information to have a meaningful discussion and know if it's worth your time and their time. But certainly in my experience, engaging with a potential partner, the sooner the better. So that's one. Two, I normally or used to, sort of coach my team on making sure that once that they had that first kind of discovery meeting, is quickly followed by a meeting where, if you think of a pyramid, you're bringing people from at least two different levels of that hierarchical kind of structure, but more importantly, that you go in a horizontal view and you bring someone from technology, someone from finance from very early days. If there's something to be flagged or concern to be addressed, it's better that happens early, in the discussions. And these things tend to come up, quite late, and they just add tremendous complexity.
Right.
When the deal is already in progress. And thirdly, in terms of what the people that you bring, just try to match them, right? If there's no value of the potential partner bringing one of their engineering managers if your biz dev guy is not going to be able to fulfill their inquisitive nature or on the tech side of the deal, right? So just match whoever is coming, or even use as a leverage the fact that you will bring someone in order to get the other party to bring theirs. And then you start building relationships naturally and organically and accidentally, if you like. It's not accidentally, it was on purpose. But you start building relationships across organization, different levels of seniority. And suddenly that engineer will be having coffee, or more likely a beer or a spirit if they're engineers, with your engineer. And that goes a long way when it comes to getting a deal done.